Hello everyone, welcome to another Guest Internet instructional video. This is part of a series of videos to explain how to configure a Guest Internet controller. Please, before you start configuring a Guest Internet controller, do download the configuration guide from our website, either the Guest Internet or the WispZone website. This tells you how to connect the equipment, how to go through the setup wizard, and also how to log in as the administrator, because any configuration that we want to do requires that we log in as the administrator. So when we log in as the administrator, we see this page, the system information page. And today we're going to go to the advanced settings and select one of the options here called port forwarding. So what is port forwarding? Well, this is a means of accessing a device that's connected in the LAN network of the Guest Internet controller from the internet. So this allows us to go from the internet to a device that might be a wireless access point, might be a network video recorder, it might be a controller for wireless products. And so we can add up to 100 of the devices here in our port forward table. Now, there's a requirement in order to port forward to a device that the device has to have an IP address which is in the subnet range of the Guest Internet LAN port, but outside the DHCP range. For example, the subnet range for LAN 1 will start at 192.168.96.1. That's the gateway IP. And so the next available IP address for a device is 192.168.96.2. Now, the IP range for the DHCP server starts at 192.168.96.10. And so we have from .2 up to .9. If we want to add more devices, then we can change the DHCP range start IP. And so we can add 100 devices if we want to do that. So this will mean changing the UI, the user interface IP address on the device so that it corresponds to the LAN IP range of the Guest Internet controller. And so all devices, wireless access points, for example, have the ability to change the IP range of the user interface. Now, each device must have a unique IP address. You can't have two devices with the same IP address. Okay, so if you have 5 wireless access points, you're going to have 5 unique IP addresses that start at 96.2 and go upwards. We also have the port number. Now, the default port for HTTP is 80. That is an unencrypted port. And we have the protocol. We can either choose TCP IP or UDP. Usually we're going to connect using TCP IP. Now, we can add a comment here to tell us about the device that we're going to remotely access. It can be the name of the device, it can be the location of the device. So we can add a string here, which is associated with the device. And finally, we're going to provide the port number over here, which is the port that we're going to use when we connect to the WAN IP address. So let's say we're connecting to the WAN IP, then we put a port number there in order to be forwarded to the device. So each device has a unique IP and also a unique port number. Once we've set this up, then we click update to update the list, and we can keep adding items to this list as we need. Okay. If you want more information about port forwarding, it's a technical subject, download the product manual, the Guest Internet product manual, because That explains the port forwarding process in great detail. Okay. So if you want more information, send us an email. We'd be very happy to answer you. We can give you the link to the manual, although if you go to the Guest Internet homepage, top right, there's a button to download the manual. It may require reading for people who are not familiar with port forwarding. So please take notice of what we've put in the manual in order to be able to use this feature. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. So look out for other videos in this series also.